So Golden State will get the first possession. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
All with it, guarded now by Barnes. It's Wall with the drive. And that one's good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so it's Golden State with it.
And for Steph Curry, the light doesn't get any greener. I mean, the only limit is his conscience. I think he does a great job of scoring, but also looking to keep his teammates engaged.
Here's Wall, following the basket by Draymond Green. Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Wall missing again.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Wow, I'm surprised he took that shot, but he has a huge size disadvantage in that matchup. But tremendous job to knock that one down.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the 3 off target.
And, you know, when you think back when Curry came into the league, the question was, is he just a scorer, or can he play point guard? Well, I think he's more than answered those concerns, and he's gotten a lot better with his decision-making as he's now starting to limit his turnover.
Now, here is Gortat after the miss from Stephen Curry. A 3 from Morris. It's rebounded by Golden State. Wall, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Gortat with the block. And again, Washington running the court in transition. Beal's shot is good.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his side. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Dudley comes in for Porter. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete. But his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Here is Livingston following the three-pointer by Washington to the inside. And Maurice Spates, the bucket on the assist by Livingston. Spates has got his second bucket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Sessions passes to Beal. 5 on the clock. The tray. Count that one. Beal's got 7. 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Thompson. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And he nails the third. Good if it goes. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And a chance now to hear from the Brazilian big man Nene about the development of this Wizards team.
We changed by styling.
With Nene in the mix, that team is indeed capable and talented and can do some very special things.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's in a supporting role, and when he steps up in a big way, he gives them an X factor.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
Otto Porter Jr. out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Wall. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
Here's Wall. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket, and he gets the bucket. Morris with the bucket. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Dudley comes in for Morris. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Porter. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Now here is Barbosa. Rush dishes to Barnes. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%. Well, and for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards, it did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
Now, here's Thornton. Dudley with a screen on Kerr. Dudley's shot is good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Washington.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle. In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around. Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
And Washington making a change here. Beal's checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Azili. Draymond Green comes in for Barnes. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Here is Livingston after the basket by Washington. It's Thompson off the drive, and the wide-open shot from Green. Great look, but off the mark. If you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Here's Beal after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
John Wall's checked in for Sessions. And Golden State also making a change. Clark's checked in. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Wizards, Gortat's checked in for Nene. Markieff Morris comes in for Jared Dudley. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Marcus Thornton. The Warriors also with a sub. Iguodala's checked in. All with it. Steps back and fires. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Washington shooting their first free throws of this.
At the line for two.
That free throw good from Gortat. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Clark. Thompson's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. No one near Wall. Got it! Got it! What a shot! And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Washington out in
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie, a pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. Some nice stretches of basketball from them. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
Look at what Barnes has done so far. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. Beal gets a wide open look. And the three ball is good. Beal's got 10.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Outside for Curry. Lets a floater go. Good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He has 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Wizards making a switch here. Dudley's checked in. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And another miss by Washington.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Thompson with it, now guarded by Porter.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Beal from long range. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Barnes can't get it to go. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Inside, here's Green, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Green's got his second basket of the game. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Thornton comes in for Porter. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. And the Warriors also making a change. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Barnes. Some changes for Golden State. Ezeli comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in for Steph Curry.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Azili gets the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Outside for Beal. Shoots the three. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill. Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
From 11 feet away, that one rolling around and rims out. And a wide open look for... Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And the Warriors with possession here, trailing by 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Washington, the talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Marquise Morris is out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Gortat in at the 5 down low. Wall, that's a two-pointer. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Warriors trail by 4. Curry kicks to Clark. Takes the 13-footer. Wall grabs the board. Wizards shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Outside for Beal. Porter passes to Wall. Shoots over Curry. Misses the wing J.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And that one's good by Clark.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight. Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Wall, that's good.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris. The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. So we'll see Steph Curry go to the line right here. It's going to be on John Wall. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they made over the course of this game.
Washington calls timeout.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Fires from the wing. Wall missing again.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Clark, chance there to take the lead, missing. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. Wall with another miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. And that'll be his third foul so far. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Ian Clark. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 1. A minute 50 left in the game. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thompson with the bucket.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play. They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number one for this defense.
Absolutely. You cannot allow a team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 2. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. Kicks it to Porter. Back to Wall. Fires from 14, and he knocks down the jumper.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Thompson with it. Now Beal defending. Curry dishes to Bogut. Goes up again. Rebounded by the Wizards. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Beal from long range. Barnes grabs the miss. Warriors are gone. 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. And that's 13 points for Klay Thompson.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
That's his fourth miss. He's made 5 of 9. From deep three-point range, that one misses. He has made 7 of his 9 field goal attempts. Money!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Down low, Green. Thompson with it. Now Beal defending.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
On offense, here are the Wizards. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Nice ball movement by Washington. Morris passes to Porter. And stolen by Barnes. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're losing by 5. 1 second left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille